Michael Irvin does not text us about football during the show. He only texts us about fighting. He's obsessed with the UFC. So talk to us about what it was like to watch that Canelo fight in a place like that and how much Michael Irvin bugs you about the fight game.
Michael's great, man. I talked to him at the fight, at the Canelo fight. That was awesome. But I hadn't seen him in a while. But yeah, it was awesome. That stadium's amazing. I've watched the Super Bowl there. Watched Green Bay. My Green Bay Packers won the Super Bowl there. So.
Man, a Packer fan.
Enjoy it. It's not happening anymore, Chuck. Say goodbye to that.
Yeah. They said that when Favre left too.
When I left that fight, I was thinking, if I'm Canelo, there's no way I fight anywhere else. That's such a home kind of crowd advantage, isn't it?
It was yeah. Oh man, it was. It was deafening when we came out. I mean, that place. That's it. That was his venue, man. That was a lot of fans. It was like 65,000 or something crazy.
73.
73, yeah. It was insane.
One thing I noticed in the suite, I make it sound like it was just me and him in there, Sean, but it was like us and like 50 people.
Right.
Everybody wants the photo of the stare down with you, like nose to nose. Is that something that is common normally? Like when you go out, that's the photo they want, the nose to nose stare down.
Yeah, it's one of the more popular ones. Yeah.
It's the fist. The fist is the number one. They want you to hold up the fist to them, right?
No, that probably number one's probably just a regular fan one, standing next to him and putting your fist up. Number two would probably be the stare down, and then the third would probably be me putting a fist on him. And then the fourth is like some of them asking me to hit them. No, I think that's the fourth most common. I don't know why that's a good idea, but
it's not a good idea. But you get people with bar and liquid courage. Like, when is the last time someone has talked smack to you just to try to look tough in front of their buddies in a public setting, knowing that you have to show the restraint? Has that happened recently or ever?
No, I really didn't have that problem much. I mean, I never had. I mean, I worked in bars for a lot of years, so I was used to dealing with people. So I've had people say things where I could have turned it into a fight back in the day if I wanted to. I know I could have made them, or at least made them have to look like the biggest, to get out of it. But when I got a little older, I don't. It's not worth it. It's not worth. So I know what to say to get people to, not, a guy comes up, says, "Oh yeah, you sound pretty tough, man. You know what? You should be in the UFC, man. We're making a lot of money now." Then they turn around and go, "Hey, Chuck said I could be in the UFC, and I get to sit down and drink my beer." But yeah, I always tell there's a few things. One, I'm not known as a slick boxer or a wrestler or a jiu-jitsu guy, which a lot of guys think, "Oh, that's not real fighting. It's not street fighting." I'm known as kind of like a street brawler with heavy hands.
Right.
So if you know who I am, you come up. You usually, and most guys are most that would do that kind of thing. Fans of mine.
Fans
right.
Yours. There you go.
They're usually fans of mine anyway. So as long as I'm really laid back. So it's like you really have to be a kind of an a-hole to get in a fight with me. Just by talking, I'm really hard to get mad. So,
did you think about putting hands on? I asked RJ if he said anything to you in the suite during the fight. He said, you confirm this or not, because he says he's a liar too. He said his only words to you were, "Nice fanny pack, Chuck." Were you wearing a fanny pack at the Canelo fight in the suite?
Yes, I was, and I'm not sure if that's what he said, but if he did, I would have laughed.
That's what it was.
Hey man, hey, fanny pack. I make fun of people wearing fanny packs too. I like it. I like having my stuff. My wife got me one. I started wearing it. I mean, you know what? I remember when I had one back in the day. I like having a fanny pack. I like having all my stuff with me, and I don't have to switch out all my pockets. I don't have to take everything out, put it in a new pair of pants when I change. I just change my fanny pack, put it back. So,
I'll tell you.
Having a fanny pack. I'm sorry, but not sorry.
Chuck, with the business of fighting, like back to these Paul boys, they're trying to lure some of the UFC guys into the ring by saying this will be your biggest payday ever. There's been a criticism of Dana in the UFC that you're underpaid and you just don't make as much as you should be. What is the reality of that in your opinion?
Well, the reality of that, in my opinion, is without what the Fertittas and Dana did, we'd still be fighting for scraps. What they did is they elevated the whole sport, and for a long time they were growing the sport. And they sank a lot of money into the sport to get it going, and they sunk a lot of money afterwards to keep. They were growing the sport. Now they sold it now, so I mean I don't mind guys trying to get a bigger portion of that paycheck now. That's the new guys that own it, but those guys without Lorenzo and Dana and Frank coming in there and buying the sport and sinking all the money to promote the sport and grow the sport, we wouldn't be where we're at today.
For me, I mean, he gives the fans what they want to see, and I think boxing needs a Dana White.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, everyone complains about a lot of stuff, but you want everybody, all the best fighters in one league is what you want. If you want to see the best fights, you want to see the best guys fight. But that whole thing, and the other thing too is like my contract. When I was contracted, got paid on my contract. That you see, the public figure that you see was nowhere near what I got paid for my fights. I mean, they were smart about that. They paid us in different ways, so they didn't have to negotiate against themselves against another fighter. So at the end of my career, I was making $500,000 a fight, according to the athletic commission. I remember, I think Mayweather was saying, "Oh, come fight my guy for $1 million." I'm not going to take a pay cut and go fight in boxing.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to box.
You want me to go fight a boxer in boxing and take a pay cut? Why does that make any sense?
Yeah, you're not going to box now. That's why you're an actual referee. So who's going to win the match that you're reffing coming up soon? Is it going to be Lamar Odom or Aaron Carter?
But be honest, I don't know how Aaron Carter wins that fight. I mean, unless he's like a pro boxer that I didn't know about.
No,
he's like. How much does he weigh? Like, I like Aaron. I know Aaron.
$110.
I like the guy. He's like a skinny $110. Like, it was like Lamar Odom's. I don't know how he's going to reach him.